Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on.
Yes, I'm high. Yes, every daily wanna get to this guy. Yes, go out tonight, I just might. Yes, sound cleaner than yours, so don't buy. Yes, I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of So Busy Fights. As you all can see, again, he is not here, but we are going to continue to work on this and figure it out.
You're such a liar.
Hey, y'all, it's another episode of So Busy Fights. Today, so damn busy fight about Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 7, Episode 12. Before we get into all of this, and make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Just like it right now, even if you're about to leave because you're like, I don't want to listen to these two faggots. Click the like button first and then leave, because how dare we?
Can you hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
No, I can't.
Oh no.
And if you are a member of SoDab's channel, you want to subscribe, join the lie, deny lies, and then all of that.
Are we
So
both?
it's been eons. Oh, happy New Year to the girls out there in the world. Happy New Year. Happy 2023 to all of the girls, boys, girls, non-binary, non-gender conforming. Happy New Year to everybody out there. We hope you had a really good New Year's Eve. You had a really good New Year's Day. Please make sure you had your greens for money, your black eyed peas for good luck, and then eat everything else your mama said you're supposed to eat. Make sure there was a man who walked inside your house first. Make sure y'all understood and did all of the traditions. Okay? Happy New Year. Okay? So Deb, how was your New Year?
My New Year was pretty chill. I didn't do anything, but what did I do? I stayed at home.
Did you eat your black eyed peas and your green? You had all that stuff, right?
I never do that.
Really?
No.
This way you got no man, you single, you living by yourself. It's just very bad. You need next year, y'all. Let's make sure that SoDab eats his black eyed peas. He makes sure he eat his greens, and then we gonna see him in the house with a man. Right?
I don't know. I mean, that doesn't really matter.
Oh, you don't want no man?
I mean, if one comes along,
you would have it if you ate black eyed peas.
I don't think that really makes a difference. But hey, you know,
because you're not eating them, you don't know.
Float your boat, you know.
Well, you're not eating them, so you never know. I had
a man and married him and never had ate him. So
yeah, but you didn't have any black eyed peas when you was doing it. That's why it didn't last.
It lasted long enough.
Yeah, that's because somebody else ate black eyed peas. And God was like, "Well, let me give it to the black eyed peas person." That's what happened. Oh, you know, it's hard out here. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta listen to these old wives' tales. They know what they talking about. Finally, showed up to work. Exactly.
I actually got
if
fired.
Y'all want to drag him for the first tip, we can.
I mean, I got fired. So
how did you get fired?
You fired me from the morning meetings.
Oh, we talk about this job right here. This is a so busy job, and you never came. So we talk about this one right here. I think Ravine is talking about this one.
It's all right. I had some things I had to take care of.
How was that flight you took, the emergency flight?
I had to take it in so I can get there and get back before they shut down the airport. Thank God that I did it. Because I would have been stuck at you seen what happened at that airport.
You were lying, asshole. You be lying.
No, I don't.
All right. Well, let's do what we need to do like we always do. You guys put it in the comments on a scale of 1 to 10 before we always get into every review. We ask what you all felt about the episode. So from a scale of 1 to 10, if you're going to rate this episode, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best, what would you rate this episode? We'll give you time to put that in the comments. So Deb, what are you thinking about it?
I like the episode. I mean, I'm giving it a high score. Like, I'm gonna give it between 8, 9-ish.
I'm gonna give it an 8, 9-ish. It was no. There's some bad. What's the best episode for you?
Well, I mean, I'm giving it that for different reasons, though. I feel like there was so much to talk about after this episode was over with, and it was a good time. I mean, Twitter was lit up last night.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you what was the best episode for you. If you think this 8, 9-ish, I need to know what the 10 is.
I have to think about what my favorite episode is.
You know, my favorite episode is when they have the excuse me 1 second.
What was my favorite episode? Oops.
All right. So y'all know my favorite episode is Meet the Press with Karen Hooger. Sorry, dog was here and now he not. He thought he was about to start barking. He was very angry at your rating. I will give it a 8. Jamie says 5 because I'm still trying to figure out what the hell Karen's show was. We got Elizabeth with the 8-7 because it was a filler leading up to the next episode. Candace gets a 9, the rest get a 5. Sesame Street took me out. I will say, you know what? The other characters are really giving the girl something. I will give this an 8. I'm going to give it an 8. And as we get through, the Candy Shop gave it a 6. So as we get through, I'm going to tell you my highs and lows. I don't think that this was like one of the best episodes, but there was so much to talk about. So I'm going to give that, which is why Meet the Press is my favorite episode. Because it just all culminated with Karen having her fake. I guess this is another one of those episodes. She having a fake event and everybody coming to talk about what's going on.
I think they just go in there just to talk to try to figure out what they just are confused at Karen. Period. Giselle and Robin will never know. They can come to Karen's bathroom. They be like, "What is it?" I mean, it's a total.
But you know what? I think Karen makes it that way.
I don't understand why this is all in this small space where people use the bathroom and take showers at. You
don't think? But Karen makes it that way.
The reason why, because even on this episode, when Mia was like, they were all like, "Well, what is it? Is this a show? Is this a one-woman show? Is this Karen's show? Is it like what's happening?" And the thing literally says Karen and Friends.
It was, but I think Mia had the right message. She said this should have been called the Karen's Friends show because only Karen's Friends performed.
Karen even said that she told her that she was the host of the show.
We thought that she was going to be. No, let's be clear. Every person. We're diving into the episode. Okay, so let's get into the episode. So we start off with Karen. She's going to the improv, the DC improv, which I haven't been in a while. So I watched this with friends and family. We actually hosted the last day of Kwanzaa here. And we had tons of meals and friends and family and everyone over. It was a really, really good time. I appreciate everybody who came. It was an amazing time. Happy Kwanzaa to you as well. Well, Kwanzaa's over, but you know what I mean. But she's going to the DC Improv, and I haven't been in a minute. Did you ever go when you were here?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. It's not that big.
It made me want to go. It made me want to go back to improv classes again, though.
You used to do. You barely know how to read. You was doing improv.
Improv is not about reading.
So that's all. First of all, but if that's your best response, okay, go ahead. Then. Go off.
I just read you.
Well, you don't gotta read to do that. I don't need to be smart to do those things. But it's not that big of a building. I did read that this was filmed. The Grand Diamond Friends was June 1st. So I wanted to make sure that I took note of when this was filming. So they have been filming since like spring into summer. Who knows when they're gonna end? But I remember when that rainstorm hit the Grand Dames, what was it? Spring into Fling Party
Oh
Action
yeah.
Celebration of Life. Um, so now this is now into the summer. When do the cherry blossoms bloom? It's only for 1 week. The cherry blossoms bloom.
Didn't they mention that in that episode?
It was the first episode.
Yeah.
It was the first episode. Cherry blossoms. When do they normally bloom? Because that was the first episode. March. So they've been doing it from March to June. Right now, at least that we see. But I haven't been in a minute. I need to go. Mimosas and berries. I need to go too. Let's make it a date. Mimosas and berries. I love the DC Emperor. I just haven't been in a minute since the pandemic. So she's getting a walkthrough. Antoine's going to be helping them as they go through the walkthrough. And Matt is there as well. She said that they sold out the tickets. It's going to be entertainment. And she's not going to be having the guests do aerobics, okay, like they did at the other show. So she sits down with Matt to talk about the logistics. And she said, okay, so let's sit down and talk through, what we're doing. And Ray says, oh, yeah, to do your thing. Whatever that is. Okay, girl, whatever that may be. And she says, well, I have a program, and I know my program. Matt, can you tell me what the program is? Man, you don't know what's going on. Thank God for the producers, because they was like, what's going on, Evner Entertainment? I miss you. Except for that video he did about CVS. I'll never forgive you for that one. But it's she was saying that they're asking her, is this Matt's idea? She said, well, no, this is mine. That is my own idea. But let's be clear. Matt is producing the project. Thank you, Matt. This seemed like it seemed like Matt got a job at the DC Improv, and he was like, let me show you my first production I could put on. I'm telling you, I can get Karen Huger here, and then we can get other people out. Because we ain't seen Matt and eons.
Yeah, he was just on like 2 episodes or 2 ago.
Well, this season, helping her talk about this show.
Yeah.
Before this, we ain't seen Matt in eons. So,
because I seen that I seen on the internet CC Peniston was there too.
I'm sure we dragged out. We dragged out who we could. I want to have a conversation about love. Okay. And they said, I want to know, are you on the grinder or are you off the grinder? Let me tell you something. And I'm going to say this, and this is how I really feel. Karen is support fishing. I don't think she's an LGBTQIA supporter like she acting like she is. And throughout this episode, she showed her slip. And I was thinking to myself, girl, that's not what you meant. That's not what you meant. That's not what you meant. I thought
she was because of her daughter.
Her daughter's a lesbian?
Maybe I got that wrong. Don't quote me on that. I thought
I know her. I didn't know that her daughter was. I didn't know this. So did we talk about anything about her daughter?
I thought that she had came out as being like pansexual or something on the episode. If I'm not mistaken, are
you not thinking of Cynthia's daughter?
No, I'm talking about Raven.
Okay, well, I don't know her daughter saying that she's pan.
I don't know. Listen.
Okay, and those are the only children that we're gonna be talking about. So let's move. Let's move on to the next. Y'all not gonna get me messed up. Okay, messing up my relationships in my life here in the DMV. So she says, "Are you on the grinder? Or are you off the grinder?" And Ray was like, "Oh, I think I heard of the grinder. Should I know that? Is this gonna become a grinder party?"
Was it Michael?
Put it in the comments. What does a grinder party look like? So if you were gonna have a grinder party, so Deb,
you know what a grinder party gonna look like.
Can you tell us what a grinder party would look like? I want to know if you were supposed to be throwing a grinder party.
I wouldn't. I mean,
the host of the grinder party coming in 220 2023. Yo. It's so damn giving a grinder party featuring.
There wouldn't be all that at a grinder party.
You don't think so?
It'll be house music.
Okay.
Sex videos on the walls.
Okay.
Clothing at the front door.
Okay.
And have a good time.
You want no prophylactics? Let's make sure that the people is practicing says. I feel like a grinder party would be what Candy did on that tour. What was that tour? The dungeon tour.
Mm-hmm.
And because those people did go all out there, the people was wearing leathers and chains and all time. Did you hear Safari and whatchamacallit broke up?
Who? Oh yeah.
Oh no, Miriam.
That happened like last month or something.
I know, but they also went to the party with like leather and whips and chains, and didn't they drop off those invitations?
Yeah.
To Cynthia's bachelorette party with that.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, is this about to be a grinder party? Wasn't it rumored that Michael was on the grinder? So I said that. I said it was me. I said that. Right. So we just told y'all what a grinder party will look like. First of all white men.
All white men, yes.
All white men on the grind at the grinder party.
You have your token black men, or
you have the ones who the no films and no fats blacks will be there. Okay. Okay, if they're not femme and not fat, they'll be at the grinder party. And then they will be it'll be foam. I think they would have prophylactics there. Definitely house music, tons of leather. Somebody got gags in their mouth. There will be a couple of holes in the bathroom stalls.
I was just about to say that.
Just little circle holes in the bathroom walls. I think that sounds like a grinder party to me.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we get to Mia. They acting like they're reading the kids a bedtime story.
Can I ask you a question about this?
Go ahead. Oh, free poppers. That is true, Jamie B. They will be.
They probably just have like poppers streaming through the walls at like certain times.
That is true. You have to sniff before you go into the room. Super rush. And then that's yours. And then you just get one.
But does this seem like those kids don't belong to them?
Well, no, they definitely belong to her. Have you seen those eyebrows on those? They probably belong to Debbie. One of the daughters look like that's Debbie Child because those eyebrows are something serious.
It just seems like the kids just do not like they just don't belong. Like not like she didn't have them, but it just doesn't seem like a family to me. Like
well, she works, and he's been telling her when she first got on, he was telling her how she's not being motherly. They wish that she was more attentive, but she felt like I'm a boss. And that's what the bosses do. Like you used to say, you and Mia fan. How's that going, by the way?
What?
Being a Mia fan.
I dropped that off like 2 or 3 weeks ago. What are you talking about?
Anyway, they've been arguing with her about she hasn't been motherly and this and that, and she doesn't. But you know what? Also, no shade. This is a sensitive subject for the girl, so let me be careful how I say this. She didn't really have a mom. So her being a mother must be a little bit more difficult at times. Because I can see what you're saying about a disconnect, but it feels like her children do know who she is at least.
Yeah, but it's just like she don't know who they are. It's like
they're more connected to Gordon.
She's like, oh, this kid's here. Read the story, Gordon.
Yeah, listen, little girl.
What's your name again? Can you pick that up, please? Thank you.
Pick that up, little girl. And we'll make your special pancakes because I don't know the name of them. Okay.
Wait. That's the other part. Don't she look like? Remember that Momo thing on the internet?
No, I've seen somebody who look like the Momo thing, girl. This is not her. I can show you somebody who look like the Momo thing, up and down, up and down. She do look close to it, but she don't she does give that she is kin to Deborah. Nah, I know she went through the foster care system. We need to get Deborah's backstory, okay? Because maybe they both went Maybe they were separated at birth. And maybe Deborah went to the went through the foster care system. We need to get Deborah's backstory, okay?
I wanted to see with the little baby's face because I know if she was laughing or she was crying.
Child, those eyebrows be covering. Let me not talk about children because I hate when I say baby it.
But anyway, those were all the things that I had for the pictures part. We can go back to the family thing.
So then after that, Jackie comes over. Jacqueline comes in. My notes are very haphazard. This was an awkward scene to watch.
It was.
From start to finish. You know what it did let me know, though? Seriously, without and I'll fight. And I'm ready to fight. Let me tell y'all something. As much as I've been saying this, when me and Sodell was getting into physical altercations over this mess, and I ain't never put my hands on him. He ain't never put hands on him. He ain't stupid.
I'm about to say what?
But when me and him was going, we had to stop doing one season of this show because of how aggressive it got. Mia is a liar. Okay, if she is, let me. She is. She is what she is. She's a liar, and she doesn't tell the truth. Okay. Now, and what really brought this out, and it also, she can't do this by herself. This is why this is an ensemble cast, because Mia definitely can't do it alone. She can't do it alone. Okay, she need. And y'all was mad at me, and y'all was sitting here arguing with Candace, and oh, Candace, why need to talk about her mother? You don't know her mother issues. That lady drug her own mother down, and she thinks about getting high every day, and if my mother relapses because of this bitch, God, she's gonna relapse because of you. She drug her mother to the ground, and now she's doing the same thing to Jacqueline. And Jacqueline, you need to run away. You need to run away.
Jacqueline can remember her lines.
She cannot do this by herself, and she needs someone to tear down. Okay, the first season it was her mother. Okay, the first season was her mother. And now her second season is her friend Jacqueline, because Mia can't do this by herself. Do you hear what I'm saying? And this scene was so strange because there was nobody to tear down. There was nobody to tear down. Jackie probably called her and was like, girl, we need to fix some of those things that people have been saying about me. Let me come over to the house so we can talk to Gordon about this. Because
they probably rehearsed the whole script together. And then when she got there, she didn't remember what her lines was, and she was missing the cues.
No, I think she remembered what her lines was. She was trying to work around Mia's messiness. I think what the problem is, I don't think Gordon or her remember the lines.
I don't think that Gordon or her remember the lines because
how can you remember the lines with Mia always changing them?
Well, that could be it too. Because he was like, isn't it weird that she's sitting in between us? And she's like, well, do you want me to sit over here?
Was that not weird? Just for 3 minutes.
Let me just go with the plan. I'm like, what does the plant being there have to do with anything?
I was talking to Tater Bear. I said, can you imagine me, you, and Sodeb having this conversation? Oh, so do you want to sit in? I could sit next to him if you want me to sit next to one. No, I just think that a stranger. What do you want to? You want to move, or do you want? And for who knows how they spliced this down for us to see it in 20 seconds. Can you imagine how long they was like? Do you want to sit by? Do you want to sit by her? No, we can. But and then Jacqueline's hand was on his leg the whole night. Hey, Gra. It just was really weird. So we get to it. I just think it's weird that she's sitting in the middle. Do you want to sit here? I can sit here. Let's move the plant, girl. So that it's just because Mia is not. This why you need. She needs Giselle. So then we get to it, and Mia's saying, she's a sister wife without benefits. And basically she was saying, what she learned is that Jacqueline's mother and Mia's stepmom, I don't know where the hell this bitch came from.
I don't even know where this fucking story came from. It was like out of nowhere. This has nothing to do with anything.
Now there was a picture in a book, and now they're friends because of the picture in the book, and now they stuck together because the picture in the book. I haven't gone back to watch the other seasons because I get very upset. I thought she said that her friend's mom was the one who adopted her, and then that's how they became close because the friend's mom adopted her. Now we're hearing that her stepmother, where did the stepmama come from?
I didn't even think about that. Because wouldn't the stepmother be her mom?
Well, no, the stepmom would be her dad's mother, and we ain't seen the daddy. She don't talk about the daddy.
Adopted by them?
What she called them? We ain't seen who was the adopted mom. All of this is stupid. It's bullshit. Nobody can remember their lives because she always changing the story. Oh no, that was 3 minutes ago. I actually rewrote this. It's stupid. So then she said, okay, so
Gordon was like, should she be sitting by me?
Yeah, so then Jacqueline was like, well, let's talk about after the podcast, the live podcast thing is like, it got a little weird. And Giselle wanted to know about Mia's past. She was saying that we take showers together. And she's like, well, okay, because, we enjoyed the view. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. And G was like, you ain't touched me in years. Okay, I want to take a shower with you.
I haven't taken
I want to take a shower with you too. And she's like, well, he likes to take up the whole shower. He's like, I don't do that. Well, he likes the water at a different temperature. No,
I just don't want to shower you.
Yeah, just say that. Just say that. Just say I don't want to take a shower with you. She was making up all these excuses. G was like, no, I like the same heat. I like the same temperature you like. Okay, and I'll scooch down if you think I'm taking up too much space. Just say you don't want to take a shower with him.
It was like reading green eggs and ham when you do it in a box with a fox.
Anything for it. So she was like, well, they think it's a sexual relationship. Now, this is where things get weird. First of all, it felt like his Geritol must have finally kicked in because he was like, she thinks it's some type of throuple or something with us. And he was like, oh, wait, this whole time we was talking about this whole time we was talking about us. And she was like, yeah, I think they think that we're, I had no idea. And she was like, okay, and maybe I was too drunk one time, and then I brought up the Porsche. And I was like, her Porsche's in her name. And when Jacqueline was like, yeah, and I don't know, it's so weird that they think it's like that because it's like, yeah, did you put the money down and pay for it because you thought you knew I was in a bad space and you wanted to help me get out of my relationship? Yeah, but it's nothing weird about that because you love me. And he was like, well, no. You're supposed to say she loves me. She loves
me. Can we cut it to camera and then we roll it
again? He knows that you love me. I love you. And so then he loves you too. So we all love each other. What the hell is going on in the house?
He was like, no, she loves you. I'm just having sex with you. She loves you. I love her because she loves you.
It's like the full truth came out. Yeah, did you help me pay for the thing because you knew I was trying to get out of a relationship and you wanted to make sure that I was able to get out? Thinking, girl, so then they paid for your Porsche. Right. They paid for it.
Well, he gave the down payment.
It's in her name. After that, y'all, we moved to Ashley. Ashley don't know who the hell she's sitting down with. The PYTs, the PLTs, the BLTs.
The BLT.
We're going to just say that Ashley's sitting down with a couple of women, okay? Because they don't have she acting like they had a name for the group. They're so close knit, but the name kept changing all throughout the episode. The PYTs, the PLTs, the BLTs. We don't know who she's sitting down with. Okay, they're the most supportive, and then they text each other in the morning. You're a bad bitch. Okay.
It just screams Mean Girls.
It screams desperate.
Well, that too.
I wish I would wake up in the morning so damn. I just want to let you know you're a bad bitch.
I'm gonna start texting you that in the morning.
You're a bad batch. Okay, so then they start talking, and then Giselle comes in. Okay. Was it just me? Keep this photo up. Okay. That's not Hazel E. Y'all, before she got all her work done, that don't look like Hazel E.
With the one to the right with the black?
The one right next to Ashley. Yeah. I kept thinking, is that Nasal E? And yeah, I know she been going under the knife a little bit more. It's getting jiggly. Y'all remember she was doing that body thing. That's not Hazel E. Y'all say it don't look like Hazel E. When I was watching this episode, I said, is that Hazel E? She don't change to Potomac. The whole time I kept thinking that was Hazel E. That or that girl who used to sing Bleed in Love. I thought it was one of the two. Okay. So Hazel E was sitting there with them. They take shots. Then they said, okay, have y'all been hooking up Ashley with a couple of people? And it's like, well, I don't think Ashley needs our help. You know what I'm saying? She could do whatever she needs to do. So then they started to talk about the spring and the fling. We just here because Karen said to come party. Okay. And then here comes Debbie. So I'm at the bar. I'm standing there, right?
Wrong picture.
And then Chris comes over, and you know he want to do a little bit of one of the. And I'm thinking, girl, you know you like it was just too much judge in the story. He want to do a little bit of one of these, and I'm thinking, what the hell is that? You know, what Chris comes over, and he.
Oh my God, Phyllis Cook. That is what it is.
Fraggle Rock.
That is what it is.
They're giving it's giving Fraggle Rock.
Yes.
It is giving Fraggle Rock.
She looks like something different every time to me, though.
It's giving Hazel E or Leona Lewis. That girl who was singing Bleed in Love, Keep Bleeding Love. It's giving one of those two. So he's giving one of these, right? So did y'all notice that she kept introducing, it was giving thirst for me. She kept introducing herself. Nobody was worried about her. So then she said, hey, I introduced myself. I said, hey, I'm Deborah. He said, hey, I'm Chris. She said, oh, my husband's name is Chris. Okay, well, it's a common name, girl. Really not that serious. Okay, it's a lot of Chris's out here. I can see if your name was Beyonce. Then they'll be like, oh my God, I know another person, girl. It's a common name. It's Chris. I know a lot of Chris's. He didn't even say, and then he was like, well, all of us Chris's act alike, you know. Then he started, you know, doing one of these. And then and then Happy Eddie comes along, and who's Happy Eddie? Oh, he was smiling, and he was, you know, he was flirting too. I'm just saying, had I not known that he was married, I wouldn't have known.
That when she said, I'm like, well, I mean, that makes sense. If you didn't know, then you didn't know.
What did you think of Deborah doing this thing?
Okay, so I want to play this. And before this, I'm going to give out a disclaimer. Mm-hmm. She looks like she has some special needs to me. And I wanted to play this because I'm like, and I know I'm not the person who's
special needs.
Yes, I'm gonna just play this. Just play it.
Okay. It's not on the screen.
Where's it at?
I don't know.
It's loading.
Okay. Somebody said she looks trans to me.
I just let her do it one more time.
She just got excited.
It was like so many emotions happened at one time. And I'm like,
look, she just got a little excited. Y'all not gonna get me talking about people's bad.
I ain't trying to talk about it. I'm just saying.
Now on the internet.
I ain't trying to talk about it. I'm just saying. something that seemed a little different to me, and I didn't know. And when they kept saying that they were staring at, she kept saying they were staring at her. I'm like, well, maybe they were staring because they thought that, you know.
You look a little weird.
Oh,
You just look a little bit weird. Let me get another good eye on you just so I can make sure. So then Ashley, you know, she proceeds because she's definitely trying to push this narrative. You can tell her, and she's like, look, I just want to say it's not an isolated event. And, you know, I don't want Candace, they're trying to have a baby. I don't want her to end up like I've ended up, you know, he cheats down the road. So what I would do, I'll be taking that in. And then that's when Deborah says, well, I'll have a longer conversation when we meet again. So then we can just figure it out.
I was like, no.
You won't be talking to that lady husband, girl. You'll never see him again. You'll never see him again. You won't be having a conversation where you won't be able to get a look at him if you could. Okay. So Ashley says, well, should I be telling her? Do I have to go back and tell Wendy about this? And Deborah says, well, Eddie was a little bit more subdued. But Ashley's like, look, I just want, if it was me, I would have wanted to know about the situation. So then we go on from there. I don't know if you've been to these. Well, I know you haven't been to these last two reviews, but I be skipping past Wendy. So you want to talk about what happened to her?
I thought this scene was funny because, okay, oops, here we go. So we get to Wendy and Eddie. Eddie came home. Eddie, I forgot what they was talking about, but Eddie lied to her and told her that he had bought her this donut. And the son was sitting there looking like, I know you.
You know, those were the only notes I wrote down. And I want a child like this. I want a child like this. Look at his eyes. Because this is what Eddie said. Basically, Wendy can't do nothing. I'm so tired of Wendy. I used to rip and run. She used to be the Monique of the show. She got so much to do. She got so many jobs, whatever. Now she can't do them because she had a kidney stone. Okay.
Oh my
Eddie
God.
was like, I got you a donut. And she's like, oh, thank you. But they didn't have no glazed one, so I got you a blueberry one. Oh, thank you so much. The son was like, am I hearing this story right? He didn't get you nothing. He didn't get you nothing.
I know.
He didn't get you nothing. She said he just said he got me a blueberry donut. That was for him. That was for him. Are you that stupid? Look at that. Look at his face. Is you that dumb?
You know you don't even eat that type of donut.
You allergic to blueberries. Is you stupid? The son was dragging. Okay. That was for him, girl. That had nothing to do with you at all. Is you dumb?
When I see this for last night, I died because the son had me cracking up with the facial expressions. I'm like, that is so me as a kid. I'm like,
I want one of those children who's gonna have my back over my partner's back, where it's like I'm letting you know the tea.
Yes.
And he doing it in front of the daddy. God, he didn't get you nothing. And he licked on it while we was driving home. I watching my figure. I just gotta watch my waistline. Girl, that was not for you, girl. It was traffic, and then he got nervous that we wasn't going. He licked it. I saw him lick it. Either way, she tells they do a cut to child. Y'all remember how many cut twos Matt had for the show? None of those cut twos really cut to. None of those cut twos really happened. But anyway, we cut to Ashley and Wendy going to eat. I'm glad they just showed that small part because I know that damn lunch.
I must have missed that because I don't have any pictures of that.
I know that lunch must. No, it wasn't on one of the episodes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm glad that they just had that on the B room because I know that shit was boring. What can we pull out of this? So she tells her basically that Eddie was very smiley, and Eddie said, okay, I guess I can't smile no more. Moving on. Wendy needs to be fired. I don't want anybody to lose their job, but she's not coming to work. And I'm sick and tired of her. It's boring now. Next, we get to Mia, Giselle, and Robin. Y'all, before I get into anything, I just want to make sure that I say these. Okay? Because it's been on my heart and on my spirit. That avocado toast that Robin ordered looks so damn good. And I've been thinking to myself, how do I make that? And how do I? It looked like it was on sourdough. Like it looks so delicious. Can you imagine? It just the toasted warm bread, almost like a pita. And then it had the avocado on it. Now, the thing that I thought was kind of weird, I thought those was tomatoes on the top, but they were strawberries. But I'm not opposed to trying it. That avocado toast just really did look good. So whatever the business is, if you want to reach out to me, I'll come and eat the food. But let's start with the avocado toast because that avocado toast did look delicious. Okay. It just, oh my God, it just looked like it was sourdough and it was like nice and thick. And then the avocado was on, you could see, oh, it wasn't all the way up. And then, oh, when I thought it was tomatoes, I was thinking to myself, oh, I'm so jealous of Rob. I ain't never been jealous of Rob. Well, she's married to mom. It was, that thing looked so beautiful. It looked so sexy. And maybe this is the fat boy in me, but that avocado toast that Robin ordered was the most scrumptious thing I've seen on TV in a while. And I just had to put that out there. Okay, we can get to the next part. So we talk about her son, Josh, and his balls dropped. Do you remember when your balls dropped? So Dad?
I don't know.
Did you have to tell your mom or your parents?
I don't think
I remember my mom wanted to have pubic parties. She wanted to know when we got pubic hair so then we can like celebrate like you're growing into your next phase of life.
My mom just kind of told me that she's seen them, and she just wanted to know whenever it happened. And
how did she see them?
I think I was sleeping out on some shorts or something, and they was hanging out, and she seen them, and she was like, she told me that. I'm like,
what? Everybody needs a slinky. What type of hangly dangly what's going on in your head?
I don't know. I remember that conversation though. I was like wondering myself, like, you could have kept that to yourself, right? I didn't even know that you wanted to know that. You could have
kept that to yourself too.
Huh?
You could have also kept it to yourself.
What, that story? You just asked the question. I'm telling it to you.
Yeah, but I didn't think we should tell it on the internet.
Well, you asked, so I'm telling it.
I did. That's a lot. I did tell my mother when I felt like, okay, things are happening down there. Stuff is coming out now when I do that thing I used to do. And that's kind of when I told her, but not necessarily that my balls dropped. We didn't have that.
I don't think I said that, but she just wanted to know, like, I guess, did I have hair on them? I don't know.
I think she realized when I realized that like fluid is not.
I don't even know what like the balls drop thing is. Like, I don't think that wasn't a thing.
I think because you're making sperm, right?
Is that what that means when your balls drop?
Yeah, I think because now you can't create semen.
Oh well, I wouldn't. They wouldn't know that because when it was happening for me, I did not. That's a story for another day. I think I told that one time, but
on the podcast
when that happened to me, I had never heard of masturbation. And so I was masturbating everywhere, thinking like this was something that nobody knew about but me. And then I get to school one day during sex education, and they explained. I'm like, oh my God.
Everybody doing it.
Everybody's doing this, and now I'm embarrassed because people are laughing at it. So it was just a lot.
No, he doesn't. We have great conversation. I think at one point I had done it, but it wasn't that something I was doing all the time, and I stopped because it got weird when stuff came out. And then that's when I never did it again.
Well, I knew about the stuff that was coming out because my mom bought me this cartoon book called Where the Babies Come From. And it was like these two fat white people. It explains it in the little cartoon book movie or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I knew what was supposed to come out of it, but I just thought you can only do that from having sex. So when I
you didn't think you could do it when you're like,
yeah, so I was like, oh shit, I found some stuff people don't know about. And so I was just doing it everywhere. I used to do it like under my coat during Saturday school. If I got kicked out in the hallway at school, I would do it in the hallway. I was doing it everywhere. And then
you were close to being a pedo. This is very exhibitionist of you.
I didn't know. And so when they talked about it in the sex education class, I was like, oh.
What, were you doing it during the class? This is what they talk about. I can't. Let's move on. Anyway. So Karen, they talk about Karen and how she went up into Jacqueline's vagina with a flashlight. And she was like, yes, I did. And Robin said, well, was she it? Robin gets so excited when these conversations. Once you pointed it out, I did start to realize, look, her face even here. Robin lights up when we started to talk about Les Bond stuff. You went inside her, you put a flashlight in there. And how far were you? But was it daylight? Was it dark? How far did you go? I was gonna get toned. Were you really gonna get toned? She get really excited.
We have to try this when we get back.
Well, Giselle was like, well, I would have never asked you to put anything up there. She said, oh, well, I would have never. Girl, that's not on the list. That's definitely not on the list of things that I want you to put up there, girl. Y'all not fooling nobody. I just want you to know I would never ask you to put it. Girl, I wasn't going to, girl. There's other things that's going up there, and it's not a flashlight.
Robin probably like, girl, you ain't gotta ask. You already know.
You know what's going up there, girl. It ain't nothing but a light. So she said, was she itching? All of this stuff. She's like, no, I was just being theatrical. So she says, and why didn't you tell us about Peter's girlfriend and your marriage and all of that? And she says, well, it didn't come up. Are we sure? Because your whole argument was about Peter and everything else. Well, not his girlfriend. Touche. That part is true. Yes. But she never slept with Gordon. It was just the story don't make no sense. Even my notes, I'm thinking, did you write these wrong, Busy?
I can't figure this out.
It never came up. But she was like, well, she didn't really sleep with him. It was just foreplay. It was on our wedding night. It was on your wedding night. Well, the night before, it was in the room during the bachelorette party. I snuck through. So was she sleeping with your man before you got there? No, she was in the wedding party. So was it everybody had the bachelorette party together? Like nothing was making sense.
Then she said she sung while she was walking down the aisle.
I just didn't get it. I need somebody to put that together for me because I don't.
Maybe Maybe if I get high, I can like decipher what I'm listening to.
Mia be completely sober. Mia be completely sober. No, it was during the wedding night, and she'd be completely sober telling these lies. It'll be a best if we got to get high to see it. So after that, Mia's a little upset because she's like, Karen will be upset if I told y'all why she's really mad at Charisse. And she said she's not going to tell her. Skipping ahead just a little bit because I think everything is more sequential if I do it this way. Skipping ahead, we see Candace and Dorothy getting ready to go to the show.
Did you want me to pull up that text message?
Huh?
Did you want me to pull up that text message?
What text message?
From Charisse when they was at meeting?
You could pull that up when we get to the improv.
Oops. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I said. I skipped ahead just a little bit. We get Candace and Dorothy because this was very minimal. Candace and Dorothy are just getting ready to go to the party. And more, every time I see Dorothy, I just know I'm going to be that parent. And I see myself in Dorothy all the time. Oh, you're wearing this, and I guess I'll eat something too. When she was like, well, yeah, we're going to her show. When is she telling jokes? Is she going to be up there? Dorothy was like, what are we going to watch, girl? So then after that, we get to the improv. So now we're getting ready, y'all. And this is what I have to say. If a person is putting on the show, make sure the whole staff knows who is the person putting on the show and who they are as you move throughout the building. Because that man, we get to the show. It's called the Grand Dame and Friends. She got candles. She got everything, perfumes. And she was the same one saying, oh, well, you don't mix your brands. She told Giselle she wasn't going to sell nothing. Now she's selling it. She calls her girls the Ladames. The Ladames are rising up, girl. And all the geriatric girls are rising up, okay? Then Giselle comes in as she's walking down the stairs. Did y'all see that man who was like, oh, so good to see you, Karen. Hey, Karen. Giselle was like, I'm not Karen. I'm just waiting. You and we not. The show hasn't even started yet. We mad early. Make sure the people know who you are. That's a security breach. Hey, Karen, you look so good. Good to see you, Karen. I'm not Karen. I'm Giselle. And then that's actually, and I'm not trying to be ageist. But I would feel some type of way if I was walking down the stairs. Because Giselle did look good in that line. She don't normally hit the mark, but she hit it that
might have been
night.
why you thought it was Karen, because she normally doesn't look good.
So this one's on point, so it must be the other one. So she says, for anybody who doesn't think that I don't support her, clearly I do, because I'm coming to the show and I don't even know what the hell I'm coming to watch. Okay, so you know I must support her. So she comes in, then Jackie, Mia, Ashley, Debbie, they all arrive. So now they're talking about the nip slip that happened. I guess what it looked like they were at the park on 14th Street. But you know where the park on 14th is, right?
Yeah, I've been there before.
First of all, y'all, the best brunch, those jerk wings and macaroni and cheese, girl. I'll put a flashlight in Jackie's for JJ. So they start talking about the video because apparently as they're dancing, and I don't know, for people in the comments, any of y'all who have boobs jobs, can you feel when your nipples out after that? Are the nips just for show? Because, you know, women, they go and they want to get their nipples raised, but there'll be so many nipple slips. I was watching a TV show, her whole breast was out. And she was like, how did nobody tell me? It's like, but girl, how did you
that happened with Cynthia and Nene all the time.
So do you think that sensitivity goes away and that you just can't feel if I'm rubbing up against you and it's just my nipples rubbing up against you and I can't feel it at all? Mine be so tender.
I wouldn't like that.
These things tender right now. They almost poking through the shirt. Let me see if they could poke through my tank.
Karen copies off others in her idea. To me, oh, that's not about the nipples. I thought we was about to find out about the nipples.
Mimosas and Barry say you can feel. Okay, so she knows when they're. I can't imagine just being chest to chest with you, and my nips out, your nips out, and none of us looking down. Like, wait, do you feel a little body heat, a little something? I could not imagine it. So just put it in the comments. We got mimosas and berries, and they Talisa and Shaw, they dead inside. Not dead inside. So Sharice puts this into the she puts that into the group chat, and she was like, hey girl, just wanted to show y'all this was in the group chat. Okay, not the grand dame, please keep in the file. Karen says that, you know, she was having a fun time. She's only doing that to get my attention. I'm paying her dust. And I didn't know. I was just having a great time, and Tiff and Fee come out. Oh, so Phyllis said, I had a double mastectomy, and no, there's no sensation, and I am paranoid all the time. Okay, because I've been talking about these ladies on reality TV, and their whole breast is out, and I'm thinking to myself, girl, you can't feel a breeze through your nipple. Mine's is tender right now because I got the fan on me. Just a little cool air, and I'm thinking, oh, let me cover these up. I know these women be feeling it, and they have good boob jobs, and they perky. So I assume that, you know, you can feel it. But I'm hearing that, girl. It's a no. Phyllis said it is a no. So after that, we go to Candice. Candice arrives. And they talk about Sharice. Like, why wasn't where's Sharice? And Sharice is a little upset because she wasn't invited. And Candice says, well, nobody can bring a +1. They can bring +1s. Sharice didn't want to be a +1. I'm one of those people too. Put in the comments, you all. I don't. First of all, if I'm the host of a party and someone comes and they have a +1 and a +1 brings a +1, I'm ready to fight. Like, you're a +1. How dare you bring a +1? I don't go nowhere that I'm not invited to. And if I'm someone's +1, then I feel like, okay, they're invited and I'm their guest. So there's certain accommodations I won't be getting, certain things that I understand. Like if they brought guests, if they bought gifts for everyone, I understand that maybe I won't be getting one because they brought it for people that they know. And like there's certain things you know if you're someone else's plus one. So I do feel a little accosted if you didn't invite me direct. I don't like going anywhere if you did not invite me. Will I attend? I have before. Friends have invited me to things and I'm like, okay, I'll go with you. But if there's a party and you know me and I know you know me and you didn't invite me, girl, I'm not coming. And it's simple as that, straight like that. I'm not coming. And I'm with Sharice. Everybody else is in the group, but Sharice. And so I'm not gonna come as a plus one because it's belittling to me. I don't know.
She's not even a castmate though, so she's not even a real castmate.
So. Neither is Karen's. Neither is Mia's husband. Neither is Candace's mom. Neither, like all of these other people were coming. But you know me well enough where you could at least extend the invitation.
She don't like her.
If I come, I come. If not, I won't. But if you don't invite me, girl, then you won't see me there. Especially if I know me. I'm not playing plus one.
But you know that's
we live down the street, and now I gotta ask. So if me and you start being friends, or we're not as friendly, and you throwing a party, I'm not invited, but my friend is like, say, Mims is like, well, can you come with me, Busy? Hell no. Because he got my number and he knows who I am. Tell him good luck with that raggedy ass party. I heard it was gonna be bad anyway, and I hope the electricity go out.
I wouldn't be a plus one. I think Malaysia said it best. I'm not a plus one. I'm always the one.
I am the one. I'm the only one. So Sharice said she didn't want to come because of that. So then Ashley, she says, hey, I heard you was looking in people's coochies with flashlights too. Can you talk to us about that? Y'all, Jackie didn't get the memo. She said, oh, when I had my yeast infection. Now, Mia is a liar, but she ain't tell nobody about your yeasty coochie. She didn't say nothing about yeast coming from your coochie. She said, well, she didn't say that. Well, I just told him that we was bored. Oh, no, she was putting, I just learned that some women put yogurt on their pads and then stick it on sugar. I guess they fights the bacteria. Yeah, or you can use Monostat or whatever. This is why sex education is so important in Florida. What are you thinking about?
I just couldn't imagine
putting yogurt on your vajayjay.
No, like just putting a flashlight up my friend's vagina and like exploring.
If you needed me to, I will put a flashlight up your booty hole.
I would just go to the doctor's office.
I mean, you could go there after.
They could definitely tell me what's going on.
And I can tell you could go to the doctor and tell them my friend Busy already looked inside. He felt
it. Like, yeah, flashlight might have been a lie. Yeah,
he had a flashlight. He put his finger in there. He said he felt some stuff, so that's why I came here. I'm just saying, as a friend, I'll do it for you. Somebody said, excuse me, yogurt. Yeah, I saw somebody put yogurt up there.
Yogurt, wait, what?
So they put it on a pad to calm down their vagina because she was
calm it down. Like, what do you mean calm it down?
Because it's a yeast infection and like there's bacteria in yogurt. It's something that you'll eat if you're having like irritable. No, I don't say irritable syndrome, but your digestion tract isn't working like it should work, and you need a lot of bacteria to help out. And there's tons of bacteria in yogurt.
They're just supposed to eat the yogurt.
That girl, I saw somebody put the yogurt directly. She was so happy about it. She took it out of the fridge. She spread it on the pad and she put it on for Jay. She said, "Yes, Lord." She was excited about it. So maybe y'all don't know the tips and tricks. Somebody said it's not topical. I'm just telling y'all what the lady did. She put yogurt in her vajayjay.
Oh, Tori is talking about the nipple part. She says her brother-in-law is a plastic surgeon. He says some cannot feel certain things, but most can, and also depends on how long since the surgery as well. But them chicks want to have their boobs.
Boobs out. Okay. Mm-hmm. Look, some people put in yogurt on it. Y'all behind the times. That's why y'all not
all saying eat, not. apply it to your vajayjay.
Well, I don't know when the last time you had your vajayjay ate, because that lady is putting it on her. She put your play on her coochie and she was ready to go. So
she probably liked it because it's probably like cool, maybe.
I don't know. I'm not a woman. I'm just telling you.
I don't even have
it. It was on Instagram. The lady put yogurt on her vagina.
I'm just guessing at this point.
Yeah, and we both don't have them. The lady put yogurt in her vagina.
Yogurt contains probiotics. You should not put food, especially dairy, on your vajayjay.
I tell her she loved it. And the people in the comments was like, oh, I do this all the time.
What?
Just go to the shade room. That's what those girlies are. They're in the shade.
That's the problem right there. We was reading from the shade room.
It's the shade room girlies. It was on Instagram. Okay, so let me get off of that lady vagina.
Art by Rick. I have one reading now. She said that would make it worse because the sugar. Right?
Y'all, maybe she was using organic. I don't know. So
he said hers is still sensitive after her surgery.
So they said they was bored. Jackie let everybody know she had a yeast infection. That's what happened. So then we get to the audience. She said the audience is packed and she's ready to start. When Robin comes in, she says, I just want to let you know that girl down at the end, you know, that's the one who was saying that your person was doing all that stuff. I'm just telling you that.
Said that, but let me start some shit real quick.
Yeah, girl, I'm sorry I'm late, but you know that's the one who was doing that stuff, girl. Let's see what Karen got. So, Karen, before she goes, this is a moment to be grateful. It's a party. a celebration for those who all made it possible. Yeah, everybody but you, sis, because you had the least stage time. So Act 1 was a comedian. I feel bad for Robin because she probably, whoever Robin Montagues or Montesquieu or whatever the lady name was, I feel bad for her because...
With the lady in the red dress?
No, that's Jasmine Masters.
Oh, the comedian you're talking about.
Yeah, the comedian. Okay. Because this is probably supposed to be her big break. Millions of people could see her. Child, she was on that thing doing her jokes, and the girls was like, Can I get my mozzarella sticks? They haven't come yet. Everybody looked so bored, and I kept thinking to myself, her agent probably was like, this is a good look for you. You're gonna be performing with Gary Huger. Tons of people are gonna see you. You're gonna be on the toe. Those people were the most bored. She was in one act and never again. Then we get the second act. Karen comes out. She says she's the Muhammad Ali of live shows. She's so excited because she wouldn't be here without the support. And let me tell you all. Let me just say, pride.
Drops mic.
You are not an ally, girl. What are you saying to us? What are you saying to us?
I was like, huh?
Pride. What? God,
is that the rest of the speech or something that we missed? Like, I don't know. Something
there has to be a part that we didn't hear. And let me just say, pride. It's like it was almost like somebody gave her buzzwords to say, and she went up and pride.
Boom.
Boom. Girl got it. And I was thinking, what the hell that meant? And then she introduced Jasmine Masters. Now I've created an addiction to RuPaul's Drag Race. So we all know Jasmine Masters. I'm Jasmine Masters. I have something to say. That's her tagline. She's the one when they were shooting outside the house. She was like, "What the hell is that?" It's like Jasmine Masters is infamous. You don't even have to watch the show to know what the name of RuPaul's Drag Race is. Okay, you don't even have to watch the show. She says, and now I bring out the next act, Jasmine Masters from RuPaul's Drag. I ain't never heard of that show before. Don't know what show you talking about. You a fake ally. She first started off with, she barely knew what the grinder was. It's above ground, below ground. It's so above ground. Ground there ain't all that raw. Then she says pride, not happy pride month. We're celebrating pride. She just says, and might I just say
that was the punchline, pride.
Just pride.
Drop
and then the next thing she said from RuPaul's drag. A drag, what is he dragging? What is RuPaul dragging? That's not the name of the show, sis. Karen is faking out here. And
her mic went out. Her mic went on when she said race.
Please. Then we get Jasmine Masters out here. She comes out here, and that, to be honest, the budget must have been low because Jasmine Masters couldn't even get, and she's a drag queen. She had no costume change. So, I have mods. Just take care of all of the people in the comments. Thank you and good night. So then after that, Jasmine Masters goes. She didn't have nothing to say. We didn't have enough for the We didn't have enough for her to sing any of her songs. I wonder what Jasmine Masters could have been singing that Bravo couldn't get their hands on. Okay. So after that, we get to sizzle topics where they ask her sizzling stuff. Well, apparently they ask the other people sizzling.
Okay, I was about to say that because I thought she was saying that they were supposed to be asking them. She's like, I know you want to ask these ladies some questions. But then when they asked the questions, she was like,
but the thing is, do we know? So
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't think that they wanted to ask.
What questions you got for Jasmine?
I mean, the real thing is that they didn't even know what they were at to even know that ask the question they were supposed to be asking. So, and I still think that they knew what they were going to, because Karen told Candace that she was going to be hosting. It says that it's going to be Karen and Friends. So they were going to a variety. What is it? A variety show? Because they were at the improv station.
I don't know if you did you get that it was a variety show?
It was a variety show. She said she was hosting something, and it was Karen and Friends. So it was and they went to the improv place. So that's what it was.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I no one would have known. Okay, and it seemed like all the people who were there had no idea. Okay, so moving from there, we get to the sizzle topics. They said, where do you find a man? She said she got hers from the CBC. Okay. What was your most powerful moment of the year? Karen says, as she's sitting down on her on her chair, I'm standing in it. I'm standing in it right now. Okay, girl. Yes, you are. And then Mia says, look, I have a question. What do you say when you share something with a friend of yours and she runs her mouth and tells her friends? Okay, Karen, she lost for words. She says, I feel like she's putting me on the chopping block right now. And she says, look, I love you, Mia, but you need to stop it. This is not your show. And Mia, and then Karen says, whatever I said about you, Mia, it was the truth. Okay, so get over it. And Mia's like, okay, but transparency is the key. Okay, when I tell you something, don't run back and tell these two. And here's Giselle, because I will tell her. I'm going to tell her. I'm going to say it. She's so excited to run and tell everybody the business. Okay. And Karen was like, girl, you need to go back to your your Build a Puss project and leave my stuff alone. And then Mia had the audacity to mitigate the goal to say, I don't understand why people are mad why they called out. You said it. Just say you said it. Girl, you are the most called out lying woman on this show. And have a problem about it. But now all of a sudden you're above reproach and you just don't understand, girl. Go away from me with this about her. So then we go from here. I love when Kim was like, well, I just want to say without all of you, this show would not have been a success. And I love Giselle looking around like, what's it, girl? I don't even know what we watched. See, was the show a success?
I mean, financially, it was a success.
Barely.
She sold
for the improv.
This is what I want to say earlier. Remember at the beginning, she kept on saying, "I sold out all the tickets, and there are no comp tickets."
It's for the improv.
But do you remember she kept saying that? I realized when I watched it the last time that she was throwing shade at Robin and Giselle
because they had comp tickets.
Yeah.
I mean, normally people do that. First of all, I'm sure that everybody who was on the cast and their plus ones had comp tickets. Girl, mine's is at the door. You know who I am. They didn't pay for that seating. But I'm gonna leave it alone because it's Karen. So then Ashley's like, oh my God, hold on. I didn't introduce you to Deborah. Candace, this is Deborah. Oh, this the bitch who said that my husband was grabbing on her. Well, he didn't touch me. Okay.
I love Candace in this moment.
But he was flirting was he? Yeah, he did one of these. And I will say the girl did practice the story. And whatever she made up in her mind, it was cemented.
But the story, I wanted to understand in her head how she felt like this was going to deliver. Because she's like, well, and then he kept screwing his arm, but he didn't touch me. I'm like, well, then, bitch, why are you talking about it? Like,
because on Potomac, normally they don't do their. I think they're being a lot more gracious to the Bassett's than they have in the past. Because normally we wouldn't get this much of the flashbacks. Like it wouldn't be.
Oh no, yeah. I agree with that.
They are undercutting everybody's lies this season. Like nobody can lie.
I think it's because I don't know. I think Potomac's production is very
it's normally very clever and it's on point, but any lie that's made, they're cutting it in.
Right.
And I don't think they've ever been.
They did that when Monique was on. They did. So, everything that Monique said that Giselle lied about, they showed that Monique was telling the truth. So I know you don't want to hear about her name, but I'm just saying when she was on, they did the same thing for her. But I will say I love Candace's moment because I had this conversation with Chris maybe 2 years ago. I said Candace saying less is saying way more. And Candace in this moment, she was so unbothered by this girl. And just the look on her face right here, it gave me everything. It said enough like, bitch, I mean, you got like 3 more seconds before I come over there and pop your ass. But she read it, she got the feeling. And she's sitting there trying to scramble around telling this story that didn't make any damn sense to anybody at the damn table. Everybody's sitting there like, well, no way.
But that normally doesn't work on these, on shows like this, that doesn't work. I mean, you could do it to somebody who's not a cast member and you really don't care about. But if you're going to be confronted, the thing is, Candace, I think this season, she's able to do it because she's already done the rah-rah. She already let y'all know, I'll drag you, your fetus, your mother, her drug habit, your husband, his grabby hands, his arrest records. I'll do all of that. I think this season, especially looking at a lady who you're not even on the cast, girl, and she's like, well, his elbow kept getting closer. Oh, his elbow. his elbow was getting close to you. Yeah. I'm not the only one that it was happening with. Oh, it was all your friends. Yes. I'm just saying it had to be. Oh, so it was everybody that you was with. Mm-hmm.
But her giving the unbotheredness, it gives way more than her going off on people to me, because it gives the ultimate shade for me. It's like if you can give the shade without even saying anything, that's the real type of shade, to be honest, for me. And she's like, elbow. No, ma'am, I don't want to talk to you. Ma'am, I don't want to talk to you. It was just
Ashley. Do you not look at Ashley a little differently? She said, well, one, I will shout out the fact that Mia did, grade at Wendy and Candace very high on the attractive scale, and then we're looking here at Pocahontas.
I wouldn't say Pocahontas.
I said Pocahontas.
I wouldn't even relate. I look more like a Snuffleupagus.
You think Snuffleupagus?
Yes, Bullwinkle.
I was trying not to be too bad, but we can get Snuffleupagus.
You know the guy on TikTok who wears the wigs with the hats on top?
No.
And he always repeats himself like, "Do you like me? I do you like you? I don't like you. Like you like." He does. What is his name? He's very popular on TikTok. He wears the wigs on top of his hat all the time.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is what this looks like to me, right? Like it's giving. What the heck am I looking at?
Well, we're all trying to figure it out.
We
And
are all.
Ashley kept trying to be messier and messier. Well, you got to talk to my friend. And my friend is this what you did to Jacqueline?
She's not trying to be messy.
Girl, it's time to go. Go count some letters. Go count some letters. Okay, go say your ABCs and go read a child a book because I'm not talking to you.
And did she have that big ass nose ring before?
I don't know. You know, I just noticed your nose ring.
Oh, that's true.
It's Tony Talks. It is Tony Talks.
Tony Talks, yes. Tony Talks.
I really just noticed your nose ring. So
yeah,
who knows?
The eyebrows are looking like she bought them off Rugorama.
Can we show her video? Let's show. I'm gonna show it.
Oh, that she played on Instagram.
Yeah, because this is what makes her more pathetic.
Yes.
This one.
Song.
All right, y'all. I'm going to present real quick.
Oh, this is what it was. Okay, I'm done with these.
This is what makes her more pathetic because, first of all, the thirst was weird. Is unreal. She's very parched. Some may say. Okay, parched. Some may say. So, I'm going to share a Chrome tab. I haven't started it yet. She's so. Oh,
is this the one with the puppets?
Mm-hmm. So I guess the people have been dragging Deborah up and down. They've been dragging her, beating her, mollywhopping her. Okay,
yes, they should.
From Twitter to Instagram, I can only imagine what's going over there on the Facebook. The girls are letting her have it. Okay, so she decided. Well, since they're talking about me,
I don't know if I could do this.
Let me drag the girl. Let me get on top of the read.
Look at her. Like, look at this. Something in her face is just like God was like, I don't got time today. Just throw it. Just put it in the womb.
Happy New Year, everyone. Oh, excuse me while I fluff my natural eyebrow. Okay. Oh, thank you, Elmo.
It's not even in his hands.
So sweet.
This is mouth.
He gave use his hands, girl.
Get a little hungry in the morning.
It's this part right here. Because, girl, you so broke that you got to do the you so broke. First of all, you bought these puppets. It looked like Elmo. He wasn't. You had to go get an Elmo doll, okay, and then put it in his mouth because you that broke. And then when she also got to do the voiceovers, girl, it got sadder and sadder.
Morning.
She should have came on as an avatar.
Oh. Hello, Miss Deb. I got a cookie for you. You too.
That's a saltine. That is not a cookie. And I didn't even notice that. I want the people out here to know.
That's a Ritz cracker.
That is a Ritz cracker. That is not a cookie. Okay, and Cookie Monster will never be caught dead. This is a cracker. This is not a cookie. So even though she even got to do her own, oh, thank you so much, Mr. Girl, that is a Ritz. Girl, it's a Ritz cracker. Oh, broke self. And then didn't the Cookie Monster call her Mister? Hold on.
It looked like she was making out with him and not even eating the damn cracker.
Get a little hungry in the morning. Oh.
Wait, why is...
Hello, Miss Deb. I got a cookie for you.
In the morning?
You too.
You should eat crackers in the morning.
Thank you so much, Cookie Monster. Thank you. I love my friends. I'm a little thirsty.
Why is he talking for her? Wait, rewind it.
Because she's a Muppet too.
So much, Cookie Monster. Thank you. I love my friends.
And now she drinking out of a sippy cup, a toddler's cup. It's gotten so bad. And she thought this was you couldn't even give us Big Bird. You had to reuse the same type of Sesame Street character. You broke. And this was whack. It was weird. You're weird. This wasn't cool. You're strange. You sat here. You're not even on the show. We're not invested in you anymore. And you looked on Amazon and you bought 2 puppies. Okay, and then you came on the internet for 57 seconds.
And
you can come up in here with your hair wrapped up, acting like you're getting served a cracker from Cookie Monster, even in the cup that you was drinking out of. I get a little thirsty. What and why are you using your children's cup?
Because
that has a lid on it. I swear to God, it looks like something that moms put breast milk in when they're transferring it from the breast milk to the breast to the bottle. And look, because it has the twist. I know it must hurt drinking that because it still has the parts on it that you put the lid. It's supposed to be a lid on that sippy cup,
but it does have that plastic on the inside though.
You look stupid. You look not even a TikTok. It's bad, sis.
I'm like, who are you on TikTok?
You look dumb. You look foolish, and I get a little thirsty in the morning. You couldn't have afforded one more Sesame Street character to pee in your mouth. It's so stupid to me. Let me take her off my damn screen.
Please.
I just wanted to make sure I showed her.
Out.
Those are daughter toys.
I don't watch the show, so is this related to something? Yes.
It is. It is.
I mean, her talking about her, with the natural eyebrows, she knows she can get those waxed and like shaped, right? I mean, you don't have to wear them natural.
Someone is shooting in her face. It's very clear.
Yes, the hairy monster, because he won't stop putting the hair in those fucking eyebrows.
I hate you. All right, so what else do we have? I think that was everything. I think that was we talked more than the show.
Huh?
I cannot be on the internet this late.
No, we can get off because I got to get ready for work anyways in the morning.
You got to work? You got a job? No, they let you still work there even after what you did?
This was fun.
So they'll tell the people where they can find you.
Y'all can find me right here, SoDebonair, on all social media platforms. You can also follow me at Living So Debonair on Instagram now, and SoDebonair vlogs as well. I'm about to start vlogging.
You ain't about to do shit.
I actually been recording all day today, so I recorded when you called me and cussed me out today for no reason to be here. You weren't even here.
I didn't cuss you out. You cussed me.
Well, it's on the video, so you'll see it.
Yeah, replay it.
It's going to be on the vlog.
If y'all want to know more about me and everything else I have going on, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Twitch, BusyBlu, where this is definitely streaming right now. We're also streaming live on Twitter. What's up, Twitter? And thank you guys for being here. This was a really good review, good episode. Can't wait to the next couple of episodes. We're about to go get busy. I'm going to shout out my members, and you all stay busy until next time. Love you guys.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and we are back.
Get busy in here. Get busy in